Yes, welcome. My name is David. Yes, I'm a creative expert and I put up this channel to create graphics for business, be it small or large scale. Okay, be you an entrepreneur or a CE, this channel is for you. What do I do on this channel? Generally, I create designs starting from the top. We're talking about from the logo to the business card, letterhead, and so on. Watch my intro video if you know what that already, so that you understand my channel more. So in the last video, I created a logo for a brand. So in this video, I'm going to be designing a business card. Okay, to my left is my system. So if you see me turning to my left, I'm looking at my system. Okay, so I'm going to be showing you right about now on my system, and I designed this particular logo in my last video. All right, Star Homes, that's what it's called. It's a real estate brand. So I designed this and I want to design a business card for it, and I don't want to waste your time. I want this to be super fast. So I'm going to be getting off this record button off from my screen so that you can see it clearly. Now we have it. We're going to go to File, New, and from there we're just going to do print. Usually you should see your print design templates here, but if you don't, all you need to do is to change this inches to pixel. And for business card, you want to do 3000 by 2000. Don't forget, that's very important. Then you press OK, press O. Now you have this. So if you notice to the top, you see a ruler sign. All right, you have that ruler sign with the numbers. If you press Ctrl arrow on your keyboard, it goes out. Remember, I'm using Photoshop for this design. I'm going to show you how to use Canva also, depending on which one you feel is best suited for you or which one you understand the best. Then you have different videos to follow on this channel. This is a series. I'm going to be doing a lot of this series, and with time in the comment, I'm going to be showing you how to do this for yourself. Okay, and remember, every element I use will be down in the description. It's a Dropbox file, so you can go over, open that file, take the element and try testing out your design for yourself. Okay, I don't want to go give you that stress of going to the internet to find those elements, so you can use that. Yes, it's unique. I want you guys to learn fast, so that's why I'm doing it. Save the money for other things. Come on, save the money for other things on your business. So I'm going to show you how to create these designs without paying website like Fiverr, and Upwork. Okay, so let's go. So like I said, I showed you how to remove the ruler. So you do Ctrl arrow to get that ruler back. Why do we need the ruler? For print, you want to design in a safe box. All right, so to put in safe box, you just do 1 inches to the left and 1 inches to the right. Okay, it's about here. Same thing with the bottom part. Okay, if you check where you see I'm measuring it based on this ruler, I'll do some same thing for the side and the last part. Oh, now we have it there. Now we have these 4 sides, so my design should be majorly focused on this area. Yes, the design might come out, but those design coming out, you should be ready to forfeit it for the print. So let's get started. Now that we have this logo, which we did in the last video, we're just going to bring it in and start creating. Okay, so I'm going to be using first names, and because I don't want to be putting out people's identity out, so I'm just going to bring in the logo. Right, so let me bring in the logo. I think it's in this folder. Remember to always put all your design in a folder. As you can see, it's in a folder so that you can actually have access to it. So I'm gonna open it. Sorry, those are the elements down in the description. You can find all these elements there. You can use it. Those are the elements we're going to be using today. Let's go to pictures and find Star Homes. Okay, so this is it. So I'm going to drag it into Photoshop, and bam, here you have it. This is it, depending on how you want your design to be. As for me, I'm going to make it normal. Usually you find people doing it to the side like this, which is also good. So I would try and put it to the side, depending on what you really want. It depends on your style generally. So for me, I will try and put it in the middle to the side like this. We have it to the side like this, and I press enter. We just have that first one to the side. Then I'm going to do something creative, and this is what I want you to also learn to do. All right, so as you can see, there is this house element. I can go back, all right, and go back to that folder I told you that's down in the description, a Dropbox file, bring in this element, okay, and just have this element as a watermark or put it somewhere here, like just like so. And now I have this element in there. I'm certain this part might be cut out, but this part which I really want should be left in the design. Not much of it to be cut out, but you have a better part of it in the design. Okay, the next step I want to do, yes, as you can see, you can see the layer, and this is Photoshop 2021. So click on layers. Now you can see the layers. You can actually turn off this layer and put it back on. Now we have the logo, it has a building, we have the business card is having that building. You can actually reduce the opacity if you don't want it to show too much, if you don't want it to be that visible, but I want it visible. Yes. Now next step, I'm going to add some shapes, some lines to this, just to bring out that brand color. It should not take much of our time. So click on that. You can actually change if you want a triangle tool, rounded triangle tool. I'm going to be using the rounded triangle tool since I have something similar, so I'm just going to be doing this. Okay, all right, so I'm going to be doing this. Now we have that. I'm going to duplicate it. Actually, to duplicate it, all I need to do is to over my mouse to this shape and press my Alt key button, my left mouse click button, and just drag that upward. You see, I actually duplicated that for the S. All right, so now I have that. So for this S part of it, I can actually do Ctrl T on my keyboard just to increase it and just drag that out. Okay, like that. All right, so it's dragged out, and the H1, press enter. So it's dragged out like that. You have the H1. Okay, so I'll bring that below, and then I'll carry the smaller triangle, which is this one below, and this is the smaller one. I'll just drag it to the end, like, all right, so like that. I actually want it to appear below and not above, so I'm going to bring in that logo which was in the beginning. This logo, this is the logo. I'm going to take it to the top, so you just click on that, left click, and drag your cursor to the top. All right, it actually takes that to the top. So now that we have this first one, which is this one, we're going to change the color to match this home. So I'll do that. Okay, so this is the first one, right? Yes. Take that color to match the home, but I think it's too big. I don't want it that big. It's still too big, but let's just leave it at that. So you see this edge, you double tap, and then you come to color overlay, and then your color, you click on that. I'll show you that again. You click on this, then you select this color. Okay, so now that we have that color selected, you press OK, and now I can move this to touch that. All right, and I'll do the same thing for the other shape below. So I'll move to this edge, double tap, color overlay, drag this down so that you can see. So you just left click and drag this down from here so that you can click on that, and you just change that to this color. Now we have it. Press enter, and you can see we have it there. Okay, so that's just one step of this design. The other step is the name, phone numbers, and all. So to do that, I'm going to continue with this font for this design. So I'm just going to move to the top so I don't make mistake. So I'm just going to do CEO, right? Yes, because I'm making this for business, so I'm just going to do CEO. As you can see, this is the font I used all through, so I'm going to be doing same font. So I'll do CEO. Now that we have the CEO, I'm just going to press on this button. Okay, now I will double tap, Ctrl T, then I'll make this bigger. So all I needed to do to make it bigger was to click on Ctrl T. I got these 4 edges, move the cursor to one of the edges, press down your left mouse click button, and make it bigger. Now we have it, it's big, so we can just place it to the side. All right, so now we can just place it like that, and then we go back, we can duplicate this. So over our mouse to this CEO, press down Alt key button and drag that down. Okay, so now we're just gonna do Mary Johnson. Okay, so we have Mary Johnson. Let's assume it's a woman because I tend to see a lot of women in real estate. Let me just just saying the marine John. So I'm going to make the marine John say a little bit smaller, so I'll move my control to this edge and just do that. Okay, so now we have it. Press our enter. So you see we have the name now. So you have the CEO, we have the name. You can leave it at one color, you can decide to change it to this color, but for this I'll just leave this name as one color. And now it's time to bring in our element which I talked about. So I'll go back in. So we have the envelope. Okay, so you see it's quite big. Move the cursor to this edge and you just drag. So if you notice, you see the W and H to the side, to your right. Just put that at 100, 100. You want everything to be at 100. That's what I've noticed work best. Okay, so just want everything to be at 100 or close to 100. Okay, let's see. 100. Can we get 100? Go 101. So click on tap it and we drag it down. Now you want to put it somewhere there, align it there. Then now for the email address, you just put in whatever cool email address you wanted. Let's just assume for Mary, this would have been maryjones@gmail.com. Okay, so let's assume that's what it's gonna be. As you can see, it's quite small. I'm going to do Control A to highlight, and I will change it from 14 over here where it sees the number to about 30. Okay, 30 is quite big. I don't want that. So let's do 18. Sorry about that. Let's do 24. Okay, so with 24 it should work. Okay, 24 it should work properly. We have it. It says maryjohnson@gmail.com. So we are going to do the same thing. Remember, the element is in 100 by 100. So I'm going to change the color of the element. Remember, you want to move this so that you can see what you're doing properly. Color overlay. As you can see, it has changed to this particular color which I want it to be. Now that we have this, we're just going to leave that aside. I'm trying to make this video as fast as possible and as good as possible. Okay, so we have that. Right, we have that. We'll go back again and we'll get in the number box. Remember again, move your cursor to this edge, press down your left mouse click button, just make that 100 by 100 or close to it. All right, so now we have that. We just drag that in. Yes, align that perfectly. So I'm going to do this one again, bring in the fonts and then the number. Remember we used a 20 for this, so I'm just gonna see it's left at, if you check here, it's left at 24, so we use 24 for this. We're just gonna do, let's assume the number is a plus 44408 or 804567007. Now we have that number. We just align it. This is why I like Photoshop. Canva works same way too, but you can see it has aligned it properly. Once again, we'll try and change the color of that element to showcase the brand. Okay, so do color overlay, and we've done that. Press enter. Okay, so it's quite simple. We're left with two more, if I'm not wrong. We have the Instagram and we have the Facebook and we have the address, which will be the last. Let's just quickly do that. Sorry for keeping you on this video for this long, but I want you to understand it once and for all so that you don't get confused, and I hope I'm helping out that way. So now we have the Instagram. We're gonna drag that. Sorry, why did that happen? I'll bring in the Instagram. What's going on? Bring in the Instagram now, and we reduce it. We reduce it to the 100 by 100. All right, don't rush the design. Take your time when you're on your design. Okay, so we have it. All right, so now we'll do the same thing, change the color. For the first two, I've been showing you how the color was changing automatically by clicking on Control. But if the color does not change to this color, you can always come back to this, click on that, and just try and get the color from there. That's it. Press enter. That's why it's good to watch every of these videos to the end so that you get every bit of the design and the little tricks that happen in between. Now we have that. We're going to bring in the Gmail, the IG, which might be, I don't know, just an imaginary name. Here you go. So we have that. We just align it again. All right, so align it, and now we're left with just think the Facebook, and then the address. Some people might not want you to know the address for security reasons. You don't blame them for that. If you don't see an address on a business card, you don't blame them for that, for security reasons. But designs I've done in the past, there are some without address, and I totally understand why that was done. And once again, to be for security reasons. Okay, so now we have this. Once again, we change that color. As you can see, they all come with black. We'll just change that to the color we want. Once again, the name would be Marijan. So now we have that. Again, we align it. So we're left with just one more, which is the address. Okay, so we just break that in. There we didn't put the email address. Okay, so we just do the address. I'm just trying to show you how it's going to look anyway. So if you want to add we had the email at the top. Sorry, I thought we didn't add that. Okay, so this, let's click enter and drag it. Now we have the address. And you might decide to make the address a different color from the rest, just for it to stand out or for it not to stand out. It all depends on you. Now we can just do the address, and we'll just do BBC website road A4. We can have it like that, depending on whatever the address would be. And see, we just have it. Okay, so now you can see we have the front all set out. We see the plain background. With more videos to come, I'm going to show you how to do it in a different background where the colors, or you have an other element just in front. Now you see we have it, so we're just going to save it as the front part. See the back? Yeah, save as. We'll save it as star home business card front, right? Business card back. Okay, save it as Photoshop, so that just in case you need to come back and change some element, you'll be able to do that. So now that we've done that, we'll go back to file again once more for another round, and then we'll save it as, you can save it as PNG, depending on your printer. Actually, you can save it as PDF, okay, or you save it as PNG, or you save it as JPEG. So I'll just save this one as JPEG and click on save. Hit that. You see, I'm not cutting out any part of this video because I want to show you how long it can realistically take to create a business card. That's why I'm not trying to cut any part out of it. I'm just showing you plain. Okay, so that's why I advise you always watch these videos to the end. Now that we have the front, we are going to go over now and just design the back. All right, so to design the back, I might just switch off all these ones that I've created. All right, just switch them off by clicking on the eyes, and just, you can do it from that. I prefer to do it plain, but you can do it if you don't have much time, or you want whatever you want to use is just there. You can just do this process like this. All right, so we'll just do it and shut down every other. Now we are left with this home. All right, and for this I'll just put that somewhere in the middle. Or I can still leave it where it is. All right, and then I'll just highlight this set and just move them. We have this extra space. It all depends on you. You might want to add something, maybe like a barcode. If you have a barcode for your website, you might want to add it here. That's quite simple. This is the front, so you just go over again, go to Photoshop, save as. Okay, this will be the front. You save that, done. Then you save it as PNG. Since we saved the back as PNG, you just go over and save the front as PNG again. Okay, so save it as PNG. Here you go. Now you have it as PNG. You just click on save and you press enter. Here you go, you have it. It took us just about 25 minutes to get this done, and the design is actually ready. To your left, if you've not watched the logo design process, make sure you watch that. In the description, you'll find the element to every video, every creation I make, every creative design I make. There will be a link always to get the element so that you can test it out for yourself. With that said, things to the right or to the left, you should see more videos you can watch. Make sure you watch them. If you have more focus on graphics design, click on the graphics design tab you see and watch that. If you want the series, finish the series, watch that. Thanks for watching. I would see you on the next one. Cheers. Stay blessed.